The real truth around thousands upon thousands of dollars in the form of rebate checks for everyone. I've seen some bad information out there in the headlines, and as always, questions popping up down below in the comment section from those of you here in this community wondering what is actually going on. So I'm going to do what I always do in every single video, bring you the facts and the truth around what is actually happening right now, answer a bunch of questions, and clarify all the details around this, including some of the information I've seen out there, again, in the headlines and other people talking about this, as well as some of the AI channels right here on the tube that are really messing this up and adding a ton of confusion around this. Again, I'll clarify it all for you here in this video. And as always, if I miss anything, drop a comment down below. Let me know what I can clarify on. I can come back in a separate video, in a live stream, whatever you need from me, and I can certainly clear that up for you. Just let me know down below. Otherwise, as promised, I do want to give a few really quick shoutouts to Kathy McCauley, Doc Enick, and Carolyn Mitchell. The three of them, along with about 4,000 of you here in the community, have called that phone number right there to get some free help with your Medicare. So if you're currently on Medicare, if you have questions on Medicare, if you want free help on Medicare, and you want to see how much money you could be keeping every single month, then call them right there. If you don't care about any of that, then definitely do not call that phone number. If you don't care, that's fine. I don't care either. Don't call it if you don't care. But if you want to save some money and if you have a bunch of questions on Medicare, they will certainly help you out 100% for free. After you talk to them, drop a comment down below, use the word chapter within your comment, and I'd love to give you a shout out in a future video. But if you don't call them and you don't care, then don't leave a comment down below because I'm not going to give you a shout out. All right, anyway, let's talk about this thousands and thousands of dollars and all of the information that is out there. A lot of bad information, seriously. Let's just look at the facts here. And again, everything that I continue to see popping up down below in the comment section, there is so much confusion around this. It's not that hard. Let's just talk about the facts. But here's the deal. It's not hard, but when there's a lot of bad information out there, it gets very convoluted and it gets very confusing as far as, hey, like what is actually happening here, okay? And again, I've said this all the time in my videos. I will always bring you honest, accurate, reliable, transparent information. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm not going to sit here and beat around the bush, and I will give it to you straight every single time so you know exactly what is happening. Now, I know this much as well. The things that I say in my videos is not very popular. I totally understand that. There's a lot of pissed off people in the comment section. I see that. And if you haven't noticed from me, I'm honestly getting a little disgruntled. I'm getting pretty irritated lately too. You probably see that in me right now. I'm just getting really upset lately. I'm just getting worn down, honestly. Okay, I'm just really getting beat up and I'm just getting really sick of it. So anyway, I'm just going to give it to you straight. And if you hate me, I don't really care. Go somewhere else if you don't like me, okay? Here's the fact around this. There is not thousands and thousands of dollars in the form of rebate checks that are going out right now. I don't care who tells you this, whether they claim to be some SSA manager, some SSA former expert, some BS expert. I don't really care who they say that they are, or some other person out there that claims to be some expert on all this stuff. Okay, let's look at the facts. About a month or a month and a half ago, we got some information out of Josh Hawley. It was introduced as the American Worker Rebate Act of 2025. Look it up if you don't believe me. Not that hard. Look it up on Google. Type in American Worker Rebate Act of 2025 and literally type that into Google and hit search. You'll find some information on this. Anyway, the information that was released was a $600 rebate check in the form of tariff distributions, as in sharing some of the tariff revenues, because we're all getting screwed left and right. Let's be honest with it. We all know what's happening here. The tariffs are not being paid by everybody else. It is us. It's you and me, and we're absolutely sick and tired of it. I'm not sure if you are, but I absolutely am, okay? Anyway, the whole idea behind this was the tariffs are coming in, they're screwing all of us left and right, we're all sick of it, and they're taking our money. We are the ones that are paying for it. Here's the situation with that. Josh Hawley, the Republican senator out of the state of Missouri, came in and introduced the American Worker Rebate Act of 2025, and he basically said, let's send everybody that has income under a certain threshold, 75 grand as an individual, 150 as a married couple, it phases out over those thresholds. Let's send them a $600 rebate payment. By the way, this would be thousands and thousands of dollars. $2,400, $2,400 for a family of four. 6 times 4, 2,400. That's what it is, okay? Anyway, simple math stuff here. Anyway, that's what that would be. Thousands and thousands of dollars for a family of four. $1,200 for a married couple, $600 for an individual, and again, the list goes on and on, okay? That's what this is all about, okay? It has not been approved yet whatsoever. However, the president, I don't think this was a good idea. He shouldn't have done this. The president came out where this whole thing came from. I don't know. I think it was, when was it? Early August, maybe? I'm not sure exactly when it was. Maybe late July, early August. Again, I don't remember the exact date. The president was out and he made a statement about sending out a little rebate. We're thinking about a little rebate. Thinking about is far different than doing. Doing is very different than thinking about. I can tell you this much. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. I'm not doing a lot of things, okay? Some of the things that I think about are illegal. I would not do them because it's very bad, okay? I think about a lot of stuff. We all think about a lot of stuff. Just because we're thinking about it doesn't mean we're doing it. Big, big difference. Thinking and doing are two totally different things. So the president can think about all that he wants. Probably thinks about a lot of stuff. I'm sure that he does, right? Just like all of us do. But just because he said we're thinking about a little rebate going back to the people within a certain income. Okay, awesome. That's really cool. But they're not doing. As of right now, they're not doing anyway. They're still just hammering us with the tariffs and saying, oh, it's their fault. It's somebody else's fault. False. No, the tariffs are on them. They impose the tariffs, and we are the ones paying for them. And again, I've hammered this so many times before. I don't need to sit here and say this over and over again. It's been very obvious what's happening, okay? Just look at the inflation data. It's not that hard to figure out. I talk about it all the time and break all that down for you, okay? So some of the other headlines that I've seen out there are saying, it's coming. Get ready. Here we go. Come on, guys. Here we go. Get ready. Watch your bank account. It's coming. No, it's not. No, it's not. Definitely not coming anytime soon, okay? I can't tell you how many times I get questions down below that say, when are we getting this? You promised. No, I did not promise anything. I literally gave you information, and I'm telling you this is where it's coming from. These are the details around this. It's definitely not coming yet, okay? Could it be coming at some point? It could. I'm going to tell you this much. I wouldn't be shocked if they wait to time this out perfectly in front of the midterm elections. Why? They're politicians. They're a bunch of slime bags. That's all they ever do, right? That's all politicians do, is they bait the hook before it matters for them. Right now, if they were to give us money, what consequence would that have for them? None. It doesn't help them at all right now. But guess what? Next year around this time, we're going to be hot and heavy talking about midterm elections, right? At that point, could they bait the hook? For sure. And then what, right? They all do this. Politician equals slimy scumbag, okay? That's what this is all about. Point being is that they might just try to time this out in front of that. I don't know. If I could predict the future, I probably wouldn't be sitting here, okay? I'm just telling you that much. I would be doing other things, and I'd be picking the lottery numbers. I'd be placing trades before stocks go up and down significantly, right? I'd be doing other things that generate all kinds of money and not sitting here making these videos like this, okay? I'm just saying. That's what I'd be doing if I could predict the future. I have no idea what's going on, okay? As far as what's going on with the future and what they're talking about here, as far as when something like this could be approved or when it could happen. However, as I've said so many times before, and so many of you are sick and tired of hearing about, it's all economically based when it comes down to any type of economic stimulus, as in an EIP, economic impact payment, which is the formal name for stimulus checks, or you could call it a rebate, or you could call it a stimulus check, you could call it an impact payment, you could call it, give it some whatever name you want. Who cares? It doesn't matter. The name has no consequence whatsoever on money being distributed. It's literally stimulus. But my point being is that in the form of one of these tariff-induced rebate checks going out to the people, nada. Not right now. Not happening, okay? The thousands of dollars, it depends on how many people you have in your household. Or it's actually not even in your household. It's based on how many people you would have on your tax return. If you're an individual, $600. A married couple, $1,200. If you're a family of three, $1,800. A family of four, $2,400. Family of five, $3,000. That's what that is. That's where the thousands of dollars come from, okay? When could we possibly see something? Does anybody guess? I don't know. Who knows? Okay? Literally, who knows? Here's the thing. If we see the economy go down the crapper and we see the economy get super bad super fast, well, then we could probably see some kind of stimulus. It's probably not going to be some tariff-induced profit share or bounty like what we saw with the American Worker Rebate Act of 2025 introduced by Josh Hawley maybe a month and a half or so ago. Again, I don't remember exactly when it was. Doesn't matter the time frame on it. It was not that long ago. Okay, we could see that. We could see some type of economic stimulus. Depends on what the economy does, things like that. Does that help a little bit? Anyway, if you're on Medicare, if you're turning 65, if you're retiring at all, call them. If you care about saving money, if you don't care about saving money, do not call that phone number. Absolutely do not call that. They will not be able to help you out, because if you can't help yourself, they're certainly not going to help you, right? They don't want to help people. They don't want to help themselves. If you want to save money like I want to save money, then call them. Okay, I love saving money. I'm always trying to get a discount. It drives people absolutely nuts. I'm asking for a discount on everything. Why? Because I've learned over the years, if you ask, a lot of times you're going to get something. If you don't ask, you don't get. Okay, so I've just learned over the years, ask all the time. That's all I do. All I do in my life is ask questions. I ask tons of questions. I never talk about myself. Why? Because who cares about me? I ask questions because I want to get something. I want to save money. I want to get a deal. I want to get a discount. I want to get extra benefits, something like that. So I'm always asking, okay? So if you want to help yourself, if you want to get a better plan, make sure that you're properly covered, save money, whatever, call them right there. If you don't care about helping yourself, then don't call them. They're not going to help you, okay? Just being fair with you. All right, anyway. Drop a comment down below after you talk to them. Use the word chapter. That's the keyword that I search for, and I'd love to give you a shout out in a future video, like Kathy McCauley, Doc Ennick, and Carolyn Mitchell. The three of them, along with, again, well over 4,000 of you here in the community have called them. I'll give you a shout out and feature in the community post as well. Otherwise, I'll give you a quick little feature. Anybody that's watching this right now, who knows if anybody's even watching anymore? I'll say this much. If you want to give a video testimonial of your experience talking to Chapter right there after you talk to them, send me a quick little video, 30 seconds or less. If it's more than 30 seconds, I'm going to cut it off, okay? Just being fair with you. Leave me a little video. Send it to me via email. Film it with your phone. Not that hard to do. I film all my videos with phones. I have 3 phones. One is filming this video right now, and I have 2 other phones right here. 2 other phones. I have 3 phones. I'm filming videos on them. You can do it too. It's not that hard to figure out. Film a video of yourself, giving a little video testimonial of your experience with them right there. Email it to me, less than 30 seconds. Okay, if it's more than 30 seconds, I'm going to chop it off and I will feature you in an upcoming video. I'll play that video in one of my videos. Okay, my email address is blindintro@gmail.com. Again, blind because I'm blind. Intro being, well, kind of a weird name, I know. It was an email address I used a few years ago. Intro like introduction, INTRO, blind intro, BLINDINTRO @gmail.com. Yes, that is really my email address. I know it's weird. It was a project I did like 7 years ago. Okay, anyway, send me that little video clip and I'll feature you in a video. Again, only after you contact them and let me know how it goes. All right, anyway, subscribe if you're new here. Enjoy your day. Take care, and I'll see you later.